Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Jamaica Girl 123. I didn't even know if I was live. My my tablet died. Man, it says 23 minutes and 38 seconds. What? I hope y'all didn't see anything I wasn't supposed to say, because I'm actually getting ready, and I had the setup going, but my battery was low, and while I was trying to plug in, it went off on me. So I apologize in advance. If anything was seen it wasn't supposed to be seen, I'll make sure I go back and edit anything out. But in either case, this morning I wanted to talk about depression, self care, and business, and they are all related. So I'm gonna go finish getting dressed off camera the way I had it set up. Either way, it was gonna be off camera, but I really hope it says live negative 23 hours ago. What does that mean? Put that on there like that. Welcome to live chat. Okay, well, in any case, good morning, good morning. Okay, so now I gotta move my setup. At first I had my camera over here so that I could get dressed over there. Now I'm gonna have to move my clothes from over here. But yeah, um, I'm Kenya. This is 40 Entrepreneur Drive. Make sure I'm off screen here. Yeah, I want to make this video while it's on my mind. I'm not trying to be all risque. But so I just got out of the shower, which for many of you is a very normal routine, but what for somebody with depression is actually can be a big challenge sometimes. I know that sounds gross, that sounds weird, it sounds odd, but if anybody who's watching this has had depression, is going through depression, knows somebody with depression, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's a challenge. So, anyways, um, been living with depression for at least 20 years. I think I really noticed it kicking in a lot when I was in my early 20s, like 21, 22. I had always been kind of a moody person. I was always a friendly little kid, active little kid, but once I got into my teens, there we go, fresh and clean. There we go. Once I got into my teens, some of that moodiness that normally goes away when you're a teenager kind of stuck around. And depression actually does run in my family, so it's not something new. Like, it wasn't new to me as far as what's wrong, what's going on. I just figured I had kind of had the same thing going on as with my family. Thank you. I see 3 thumbs up. So let me check in, make sure I'm not missing out on anybody. Finley River Kennels, I just watched 2 of your videos. I got to catch up once I finish getting my room together and everything. So let me make sure. Okay, I still got the charge going. I'm at 3%, but it's plugged in, so I'm playing with fire here. But depression is something that's really, it is a lifelong struggle. Is that okay? I hope that stays put. Okay, I see Tulip in the background there. Right before I started this recording, right before the tablet died, had to break up a cat fight. She doesn't get along with a lot of the cats. She actually, make sure, do it like that. Make sure that doesn't. She used to beat up some of those kittens when they were little. For some reason, she didn't like them. Now that they're big cats, they beat her up. But anyways, depression. So, anyways, dealing with depression. I don't like to say suffer from depression because I don't know. I just don't want to claim that particular word. But dealing with depression most of my life has been an up and down battle. Um, the low point of my life in depression. I mean, there can be some low points, but there was some really low points. I won't talk about those today. But some of the medium low points was me going to get help, which actually is a good point. Because if anybody has depression or knows somebody with depression, a lot of times we're scared to get help because, just like I said, I don't want to claim that word suffering. A lot of people don't want to claim depression because there's such a stigma to it. Like, nobody wants to be considered something's wrong with them. Nobody wants to be considered crazy. Nobody wants to be labeled, right? So a lot of people out here are living with depression, don't even know it or won't claim it. And a lot of people know somebody that has depression, but they won't encourage them to get help because, again, either They just don't understand. They don't want that label attached to their loved ones. They don't trust doctors. That's a big one. I have trouble trusting doctors myself. You do have to be careful who you see, and you always have to stick. It is a fine line because you want to get help, but you want to know yourself. If you're somebody that you know you don't want to take medication and it's not life threatening, you should always seek a different opinion or seek a second opinion or ask for alternatives. And I'm not a doctor. And full disclaimer, I'm talking about doctors, but speak with your doctor before you make any major decisions. Speak with your doctor. Speak with your family members. Speak with your clergy, and speak with yourself because you know what you're comfortable doing. If you ever want to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, you definitely need to get help right away. Go to the emergency room because your life is worth it. Somebody else's life is worth it. It's not worth hurting yourself or hurting anybody else. So let me put that out there first. Depression has many different levels. It's a huge spectrum, huge spectrum, and some people have depression and don't even know it. It's called walking depression. They're just going through life, going through the motions. They know they feel some kind of way, and they've been feeling that way for a long time, but they just either ignore it or live through it. And then there's the major and clinical depression where you can't get out of bed, you don't shower, which is part of what I started talking about. And sure, make sure. There we go. Okay, going back to sleep, catch you down the road. No problem, no problem. My sleep schedule got flipped last night because, yeah, my sleep schedule got switched. So I'm up for the moment. But yeah, depression can get you to where you don't eat, you don't sleep, you don't shower, you don't take care of yourself, and then it can be on the flip side where you're eating too much and just eating your emotions, I was gonna say eat your problems, but here's the thing. Every time somebody hears the word depression, first thing they want to say is, well, what's wrong with you? Well, what happened? Well, what are you depressed about? Here's the thing. There's different kinds of depression. Some people can get depressed based off of something that happened to them, and some people just have depression in them based off of some long-term stuff or hereditary, which I said in my case, depression runs in my family, so I'm aware of it. And being aware of it is cool because you can keep track of certain symptoms and certain habits that you might be doing, certain things you might not be doing. I saw some stuff pop up there. Let me check in. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, let me know don't let me know when you do a live stream. I got the notification, so I mostly catch up on your stuff when I'm at work and I have it running. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, being aware of the depression in my body and my family makes me aware to keep track of certain things. So I know when I'm at my highs and my lows. And for the most part, most people wouldn't even know I got depression because I'm kind of a hyper bubbly person. Sometimes that's just my personality, but anybody can smile when they want to cry. Anybody can laugh, when something's going on. But anyways, as it pertains to business, because that's what this channel is about, me wanting to make my own business and really wanting to break free from the environment that I'm in. Hey girl, don't chew that up. Tulip. Just for that, I'm going to put you on blast. Just for that, I'm going to put you on blast. This is Tulip. This is my daughter's cat. She used to beat up smaller kittens when she was younger, and now she gets beaten up by the cats who are no longer kittens. But you're still a doll. Still a little doll face. You're just getting into stuff. So yeah, I was gonna say one of my low points was going to therapy, but really that wasn't a low point. Some of the best, when it comes to depression, some of my best moments were when I was in counseling and in group therapy, because one, I met other people that were going through not the same exact thing as me as far as, stuff going on in their life, but going through the same feelings, the same sensations. It's like depression is it can take so many forms. For me, depression has felt like literally. Have you ever had like a little kid on your back and you're kind of holding, walking them around and playing? They're on your neck or they're on your back, and you're giving them a piggyback ride. For me, my depression manifests itself as I physically feel like there's somebody or something on my back, and it's like it's a weight of something being pressed down when it's really really bad. Not lately, but when it's really bad, it's just when they say you can't shake that feeling, it's like literally somebody on me, and I can't shake them off. Like it just feels like something is on me. Or another analogy, if you ever went to the swimming pool or went out swimming and you're in there for a long, long time, like you're not getting in and out, but you're in there swimming for a really, really, really long time. And then when you step out of the pool, you feel like 20 pounds heavier, right? Because the buoyancy of the water has been holding you up all that time. You didn't realize your own weight. And then when you get out, you're actually feeling your own weight. That sensation when you get out of a pool from swimming, it's like, dang, I feel heavy. I can hardly move. That's what depression feels like. If you've never experienced it before, that's what it feels like. It's a physical feeling of you're trying to push through something. And it's not something that happened. It's not something that somebody said sometimes. It's not something that you're going through, like maybe somebody passed or you broke up in a relationship or you lost your job. It does not have to do with anything. Sometimes it just out of the blue, like storm clouds. They come in and it's just over you and it just starts raining on you, and then that heavy sensation is there. So luckily, I have not been at that point in a while. Probably going on 2 years now, I have come out of one of those storms, and I've been doing very well. And that particular storm was triggered by a relationship, getting out of a pretty significant relationship and some other bad things that was going on outside the relationship that affected the relationship. And then I'm alone, and I made some really poor choices. So I was at a very, very dark spot. And then it took me about 2 years to come out. And the last 2 years that I've been in my house, it's almost like I've been a distraction. Because here's the thing: one of the things you can do, short term and long term, to help with your depression is, find a hobby, volunteer, do other things. You're basically distracting yourself from it. You can take medication. Again, that's between you and your doctor, you and yourself, you and your opinion. But the pills and the medication is only one part of the solution. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't help. Sometimes you have to do it in conjunction with something else. But something else can be being distracted. So for the past 2 years, it's a really long process getting a house. You're looking for houses. You're getting inspectors. You're coming up with design ideas and stuff like that. And all of that is like really fun. So that distracted me away from some of the leftover residual depression I was feeling. And then I got the house, and the excitement of having the house kept my mind occupied. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say the word distracted. It kept my mind occupied so that it couldn't focus on what it was feeling. And that was a nice sensation, being excited, being motivated to, get my house in order, paint and decorate and all that good stuff. But then, of course, the novelty wears off. Moving in this area that I'm in, for those of you who don't know, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. But moving in the area that I'm in, the homes are really beautiful. The homes are nice. The school system sucks. Fort Worth needs help for their school system, and I'll leave it at that. So I was very disappointed with that. Having some issues with my daughter as far as feeling uncomfortable in the environment, and a little bit of bullying too. I was like, why did I even move in this area? I should have stayed where I was at. So that triggered some depression too. And because I felt like I made a huge mistake, not only that affected my life, but affected my kids' life too. And when you move into a house, you can't just move out, especially when you've spent so much time, energy, and money to get there. So it's been a while for me to come out of depression, be excited, deal with some stressors, specific stressors that trigger some depression, then kind of accepting where I'm at as far as the house and the neighborhood. I've been working on some ways for my daughter to have better experiences while she's in school, and looking forward to that. But aside from all that, that was a long preamble to talk about the depression as it pertains to self-care and business. So for those of you who, again, for those of you who know somebody who's going through depression or are going through depression, it affects everybody differently. Depression can make you not care about a lot of things, even taking care of yourself, like brushing your teeth, washing your face, uh, doing your hair, which I still struggle with, taking a shower, which is really basic. Taking a shower and taking care of your body is a really basic function of being a responsible adult. And I still struggle with that. On one side, it's just not something that you think about. It's either something that you don't think about, or it seems like a huge task. If you've gone through depression and you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Just put a thumbs up in the comment section or something on there to let me know. I know I'm not the only one, because I've spoken with plenty of people going through depression. The idea of getting out of bed and doing anything other than what you absolutely have to do seems like a huge task, a huge task. So taking a shower seems like just a huge task. And so there have been times in the past where it's like, what are you doing back there, girl? I was chewing up a piece of paper. There have been times in the past where my thought process was like, okay, what do I absolutely have to do? What do I absolutely have to do? Okay. In order to keep a roof over my head and keep me and my kids off the street, I have to go to work. If nothing else, I have to go to work. And so that's all I did. I got up out of bed and I went to work, and I came back not cleaning, not cooking, not spending time with my kids, shut up in my room like I am now with my, well, there's a reason why my door's closed now, because I'm separating the cats so they can chill out for a minute. Isolating myself and staying in my room, but not showering, not taking care of myself, putting a rag or a hat on my head. I actually washed my hair today. I washed my hair and I put a little scarf on it to lay it down so it wouldn't puff up, and then putting a hat on it just because it's easy. It's easy. I got other stuff going on. There's a reason for me not combing my hair now. But in the past, depression was almost so hard that I wasn't showering, I wasn't brushing my teeth, I wasn't washing my face. I mean, I'm getting up and going to work in the same clothes, and sometimes I didn't even care how it smelled. If I cared a little bit, I'd take some Febreze and just so I wouldn't offend my coworkers. But other times I just didn't care, because I'm just like, okay, just make it to work. Just make it to work. Just go to work. Okay, I made it to work. Yay. I made a day's worth of money for my family. And I come back in my room and I lay down and I either cry or I just get up under the covers and just be by myself, because everything else was too much to deal with. It's just too much to deal with. I can't deal with it. Oh, I'm so glad those days are gone. So very glad those days are gone. But the irony of it is, and this is one of the things that I learned about while I was in group therapy, the very things that are so hard for you to do when you're depressed are the exact things you need to do to combat the depression. So getting out of bed seems like a huge chore. But if you can just get out of bed, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, just walk around, just to move your body around, sometimes you can build up enough momentum to do the next thing, right? Taking a shower seems like a huge deal. And again, I'm probably sounding really just out of there. If you've never experienced depression, you're like, what? Not taking a shower? Shoot, I would get depressed if I didn't take a shower. Like, taking a shower, grooming yourself, self-care is like, it's just so automatic for some people. But when you're going through depression, it's one more thing that you just have to do. You have to, oh man, I gotta get out of bed. I gotta take a shower. Oh, I got like you don't even want to go to the bathroom because you just that's just movement. That's extra energy. Every little thing, it's like a huge task. Um, I lost my train of thought now. But yeah, when you're going through depression, it's hard. So, oh, that's what I was saying. The very things that are difficult for you to do are the very same things that can help. So, getting out of bed and moving around actually can shake off some of that depression. Not wanting to take a shower because it seems so hard to do, but once you actually get in the shower and the water hits you, the stimulation of the water hitting you helps. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. I only see one person in here and I only see 3 comments so far. I can't hardly reach it. So I got this thing set up. Make sure. Should be popping up. Okay, yeah, nobody else said anything. But letting the water hit your body, whether it's cool water to wake you up or warm water to comfort you and console you and relax your muscles, those are the very things that can help shake some of the depression off, right? Uh, Combing your hair. If you don't have thick, kinky hair, you don't know the struggle. So just follow along. But if you have a lot of hair, or big hair, or curly hair, or kinky hair, you know it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of time invested to work through your hair and style it in a way that you feel comfortable and that's appropriate or professional. For me, this is my go-to just because it takes so much time. I mean, with my hair in an afro right now, all I gotta do is shake it and it's a cute little afro. But it's cute for that moment. Afterwards, after it dries, it's a solid mass of hair that needs to be tended to again. So yeah, that's a thing. But when my hair is down like this, like I got a little scarf on it, I washed it, my hair and my scalp feels nice. I got a little stocking cap on it to keep it flat. And then I've got the hat on it for some extra pressure. So my hair is clean. My hair is actually combed. I combed it while I was in the shower. It's just flat against my head. But yeah, having to do your hair or get a haircut if you're a man or woman, having to go and get your hair cut and styled, spending the time to go out of the house, sit in the chair, wait your turn, get back in a chair, have your hair worked on, for 20, 30, 40 minutes if you're getting a haircut, or much longer if you're a woman. Just the thought of that, just the thought of that is making me annoyed right now. So when you're depressed, that kind of stuff is hard to do, but actually going through it and seeing how nice you look and feel afterwards, it actually helps to combat some of the depression. So, yeah, some of the things that we don't want to do actually helps get rid of the depression. Getting dressed. This is a new shirt for me. Y'all probably can't tell because I wear black and gray all the time. I wear black and gray and navy blue all the time because it's an easy color to pick, and because of the work I do, if I ended up wearing it to work, I don't have to worry about getting something nice dirty. And getting dressed in something clean, looking nice, for me is an effort. It's been a long time effort, but when I do look nice, I do feel better about myself. And yeah, okay, self care as it pertains to business. I was trying to look up. Let me see if I can look him up. I was trying to look up this guy that I was listening to. Not a guy. I always say this guy. I shouldn't be saying that. I should make sure I get my notes together before I start talking about people. But it was a motivational speaker. I listen to a lot of motivational stuff on YouTube. Mm-mm. Am I on airplane mode? Yep. One of the cats must have walked across my screen while it was on the desk out there. I listen to a lot of motivational stuff on YouTube. I listen to a lot of business related people. Watch a lot of business related people. Some of it goes over my head. Is that still plugged in? Yeah, it's still plugged in. A lot of it goes over my head, but I'm learning little by little. What I don't understand, I'll look it up later. I probably, hopefully, have this in my saved videos, but I'll talk about it as I'm looking it up while I'm waiting for this to load. So no, I'm gonna keep looking because I want to make sure I talk about the guy's name. All right. I wonder what will happen if I tune into my live stream while I'm on my live stream. I'm just curious. That's weird. I can watch myself, but it's like delayed. Okay, I'm sorry. I never did that before, so let me get off of here. That's cool. I just wanted to see what would happen. So one now watching. I'm watching myself, y'all. Hee hee. I gave myself a like. Don't tell nobody. All right. Let me get out of here. Hey. Oops. Let me see. Hey, everybody who stopped by for a like. Thanks. Oops. Thanks a bunch. See, I can't do this on the tablet because it's a touch screen. But okay, now I know that it's popping up. Now for me it popped up right away, but for everybody else it pops up. It has a lag. But let me get out of here. I'm trying to and this echo and playback is making me trip out. So go back, get off of there, search my history, search my playlist. Is it under entrepreneur success? I got Montina, aka Spark Wisdom, in here. No. Mm, somebody just like one more comments. That'd be cool if Miss Corey B could join me in the live stream. I don't have her email, but otherwise I would invite her. Let's see, likes videos. Dog on it. I know it's saved on my phone, but I'm gonna still try to look it up. Uh, better you. Can't use the U because my daughter peeled that key off. Better is B U. Come on. Business. See if it'll come up that way. Oh man. I really want to look up this guy's name. For those of you who are watching the replay at this point or watching in live at this point, I'm trying my best to look up this real quick, this video I was watching. I'm talking about depression, I'm talking about self-care, and I'm talking about business and how they all relate to each other. So, let me see. History, watch later. Is it under my watch later? I think I know what it looks like if I see it. Liked videos, entrepreneur success, library. And I don't think I've got it downloaded. Ah, I'll look it up. I know I've got it saved on my phone, but I'll look it up and I'll put the link in the description. This guy was it was an audio clip from somebody from like the 80s. It was like an 80s speech. And the guy was talking about if you want a better business, you need to have a better you. And basically what that was talking about is, work on things for yourself. Like having your best business or your best life has nothing, well, not your best life. Business, specifically talking about business, it's not all about selling. Obviously, the definition of business is trading, money for a service, trading money for a product, trading money for a goods, right? But it's not all about the sale. So to be your best business person, you need to be your best self. And this guy was talking about, and Valuetainment talked about it too. I'm going to look up his video. One of his videos talked about in order to be a successful business person, you really need to work on yourself. You can have the best business skills as far as the art of persuasion, or have a charismatic personality, or just knowing how to make the sale. You can do those and still fail because your personality is off, the way you're communicating with people and your listening skills are off, and then your presentation is off. So you can be the best speaker in the world, but then if you're coming with somebody with funk breath, crust in your eyes, 5 o'clock shadow, your hair is all over the place, or you look like you need a haircut, that person is not going to feel very confident doing business with you, even if you have a good reputation. Like, hey, they've got this great product, they've got this great service. People are not going to be comfortable doing business with you because I guess they feel like if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of your business, right? And so, staying clean. And this is funny because I'm talking about it from a sense of depression. Like sometimes it could be really difficult to get myself together, keep myself together. What does the saying go? I heard somebody say, "Don't get ready, stay ready." Well, that's a great philosophy to have. It really is. When you have had depression in your past or dealing with ongoing depression, that can be a challenge, but it's a goal. It can be a challenge, but it's a goal. Don't get ready, stay ready. But for the people who deal with depression, it's always getting ready. It's never staying ready. It's always getting ready. But yeah, getting getting yourself together. I actually went to Target the other day since I can't find this guy on here for you guys to listen to. I'm gonna move that aside. I actually went to Target today and bought this shirt and bought these pants. Nothing special, but there's some nice black pants. I'm a plus size girl, so I have to find clothes that fit me in a way that's flattering to my body. I don't like tight stuff on me. I don't like tight clothes. I like a nice little professional look actually, but I've never had a job where I've needed to dress professional. But that's Ava and Viv. That's a nice company where I guess business casual whatnot. I'll be wearing these to work. Hopefully I don't get them damaged or messed up, but they're black. So when I do go talk to suppliers or run errands, I stuff like this and this will kind of it's a nice easy put together look. I usually wear crew neck shirts like Dickies or just a plain shirt, but I got something with a V-neck because it's a little bit more feminine than just a regular shirt. It's still t-shirt material, but it's kind of got a heather look to it. I need a better bra too because that's not cool. I need a better bra. But it's got that nice heather look to it, so it's not plain gray. It's kind of got the white and the gray mixed in there. So that and this, I want to get some more V-neck shirts for me. For me, I know myself. For me, this is an upgrade. If you've watched my earlier videos, you've seen that I will come on here in a minute with a hoodie on as my go-to, a hoodie and a t-shirt because the environment that I work in, it's not required to dress nicely. And because of some of my own personality and uh, residual, is it residual depression? Probably, if I think about it, if I'm honest with myself. Because of some residual depression issues, I really don't care that much about clothes. Or maybe that's just my personality. My personality. I really don't care that much about clothes. So, but I do want to look nice, and I do realize that if I'm gonna be a professional, if I'm gonna be a successful business person, that's something that I probably need to work on. I gotta find a better time to get some live streams in, because I'm telling you, some of the people that I watch, they got like tons and tons of people in there. That's okay. That's okay, and that's all right. I'm gonna see if I can look up this guy. Since there's nobody in here right now, I'm gonna take some time during this airspace to look this guy up because I really want to play him. And I'm gonna look up Valuetainment as well. I hope you're allowed to do that. Are you allowed to do that? Play somebody like not the whole thing, but play a part of somebody's thing when you're in a live stream or refer to them. Well, I'll just refer to him because I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. And I don't want to get in trouble. But Valuetainment, spelled just the way it sounds, he's one of the people that I am subscribed to. He's actually his business is insurance, but he gives all kinds of great information on business in general. Oh, he gives all kinds of great information on business in general. Oh no, did I just turn off the laptop? Or did I put it to sleep? He gives great advice on business in general. Yep, I restarted it, reset it. And I remember a couple months ago watching one of his videos that he was talking about your presentation, your handshake is important, whether or not you have a bad breath or not. I mean, these are basic no-brainer things, right? But, keep an eye on your breath. If you smoke, realize that the smell of smoke is in your clothes, and some people are not smokers, and some people are turned off by the smell of smoke and nicotine. So either making sure he suggests quit smoking. Like, he encourages people to quit smoking because he's like, the smell is on you whether you realize it or not. And let's say if you're in a restaurant, this was one of his analogies. Let's say you're in a restaurant and you're looking at the menu and the food looks good and you're like, yeah, I'm hungry, this is great, and then your waiter comes over reeking of nicotine, and you're not a smoker, and you had an appetite, but then when you smell them, you're like, I don't even want anything anymore because, I mean, did you just get done smoking? Is it on your hands? And if it's on your hands, did you wash your hands? And if you didn't wash your hands, you're gonna bring me my food out here with nicotine and whatever else on your hands, and your mind just keeps going and going and going. That was his analogy, and I understand that because I've been put off a couple times by different waiters. Either their hands look grubby, and it's like, ooh, did you even wash your hands? Do any of you wash your hands here? I've walked out twice of places that just because the waiter or the cook, the person that's cooking, they didn't look clean. So that's pretty obvious. Like, that will turn people off because that's food. You're preparing someone's food. But even with other businesses, if your hands and if your nails look grubby, you got dirt under your nails, you're ashy. I'm ashy a lot. If you don't look like you take care of yourself, in short, if you don't look like you take care of yourself, people are not going to be as inclined to do business with you, especially if it's a service. Think about it. Service based business, if you're not taking care of you, how are you going to take care of me? If you're not even, taking care of your appearances, how are you going to help me with my business, with services? And I need to put some food on my stomach and wake up. I've walked away from plenty of hair salons like that. I don't like to get my hair done anyway because I just don't like people in my hair. Ugh, and I don't like wasting all that time and money. But I've walked away from opportunities to get my hair done because the beautician, she didn't look like her. She didn't look all that hot. And I'm not talking about like she didn't have the best hairstyle. Like, she just, I don't know. She just didn't look like she cared. Like, you're gonna help me grow my hair out and look beautiful, but you have split ends and your weaves half off to the side and doesn't look right. And I'm like, oh, okay. I take the business card and I'm like, I will not be calling you back because I don't want to end up looking like that. Well, I accidentally turned my laptop off and it's taken a while for it to come back up. I'll look them up. I'll look up those two videos and I'll put them in the description below. But in a nutshell, feeling your best as it pertains, feeling your best and looking your best and working on yourself are no brainers for many, many, many of you people. Many of you people are just like, what is she even talking about? Yeah, take a shower, duh. Comb your hair, wash your face, duh. You haven't been there. You haven't been to the other side. And I pray that you never have to go through that other side because depression is just something that's, it's like a filter. It's a filter that just, it affects what you see, it affects how you feel, it affects how you interpret things. Like, when people are talking to you, you can take something a totally different way. And depression is just, it's a really really weird thing. Okay, yes, I want you to restore my session. Have you ever heard, like, when little kids say, why do I need to take a bath? I'm just going to get dirty again anyways. That's the kind of thoughts that come in your mind when you're depressed. Like, what's the point? Why bother? I'm just gonna get dirty anyways. I'm just gonna have to take a shower again. And then the thought of taking another shower again is just like, oh, I gotta do this again. You know, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Okay. So today I wasn't gonna take a shower. Disgusting as that sounds. Some of my bad habits that I had when I was really going through depression are kind of manifesting themselves in different ways. Like now that I'm so focused on my business, right? So a couple minutes ago, well, probably 20 minutes ago now, about 20 minutes ago, I talked about when I got my house. I was in a relationship. I was okay. Some of the depression was there. Got out of the relationship. Took a huge fall mentally as far as mental health. Went through 2 years of hell in depression. Came out of it. Out of the tip end of coming out of it. Bought my house. Now I'm sky high because I'm excited. I'm not distracted, but I'm focused on everything dealing with the house. And I'm floating, floating, floating. I'm feeling good. Then the realization of this is a crappy school district. The house is nice. My neighbors are fair. Um, but this area is not as nice as the area I can. The house is nice. The neighborhood is actually nice. But the wider area, there's no shopping over here. There's it's it's not as nice as I thought it was going to be. Where I came from, there are all kind of amenities, all kind of businesses, all kind of conveniences, and over here, I don't know if they're still developing or if they had stuff and it's going away. But I do not like this area as much as I thought as I would. And so that put me into depression because I felt like I made this huge mistake. Buying a house is a huge deal. You can't just walk away from it like an apartment. Well, you know what? I guess I could, but I don't want to do that. And then my daughter was suffering in school. So coming out, going through that, and then coming out. Now I'm super focused on my business, and all my energy is business, 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 and it gives me a very good sense of satisfaction. Working on my business is is the best thing that I've ever done, and I'm not even making money yet. I'm not even making money yet. I mean, eBay brings in a little bit here and there, and I do have faith that once I tweak my websites, like Chris suggested to me, I had faith that I'm gonna have a nice size income when I have these businesses up and going. But just the focusing on it, all these different things, I feel like this is what I should have been doing my whole life. You know, this is I should have been a businesswoman my whole life. It's scary, it's unpredictable, it's risky, and all those other things that scared me away from it. But this is the most satisfying thing I've ever done in my life. Going to school, being a student, I'm kind of a nerd, so going to school was probably the best time of my life outside of, my adult years. But outside of that, this is the most satisfying thing. Let me see if I can just put in motivational speech. Yeah, I bet it'll come up that way. Les Brown. If I see the thumbnail, I'll be able to find it. You will get through this, and I would recommend anybody who's going through anything, business related or not. I would recommend anybody. There's some great, awesome motivational speeches on YouTube. If you don't want to just sit and watch them, because most of them are kind of like little, they're just pictures that pop up with the audio in the background. Play it in the background while you're cleaning house. Download it to your device if you've got YouTube Prime. I got YouTube Prime, so I can download stuff and listen to it. And just listen to it in the car. Listen to it when you feel bad. Why do we fall? No, 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 no! Don't play. I just want to find it so I can tell you guys about it. Let's see. Motivational speech. Better yourself. What is the name of it? Find yourself, build self-confidence. Best version of yourself? No. Change your life? No. Lisa Nichols, I've listened to some of her stuff. She's a great motivational speaker. There's nobody in here right now, so if you're watching this on a replay, feel free to change the settings and speed through all this dead air that I got going right now. I'm just gonna look for this. I wish I learned this when I was younger. What popped up? It's an email. Enjoy life. How to improve your system. The best is yet to come. Les Brown. I like listening to him. A lot of these guys, I like listening to them, but a lot of male motivational speakers, especially a lot of the newer ones, they've got. I think it's men talking to men because of the things that they say and the ways that they say them. I don't know. Les Brown, I like his style, but a lot of these other guys are just not my cup of tea. They're I'm not their target audience. Let me put it that way. I'm not their target audience, and I can tell by the way they speak. Why can I not find it? It's so frustrating. Motivational speech. I thought I wrote it down. Jack LaLanne, it wasn't Jack LaLanne. Art Williams, Just Do It. No, it wasn't him. What do you say? If you want a better business, a better you. I have to keep pressing and mashing my thing because I got keys missing for my daughter. Let's see. Was it this one? I don't think it was this one. I'm going to play just a little bit of this one and hopefully I don't get in trouble because I want to see if this is what I'm looking for. Turn the volume down so you can't hear it. Nope. That is not it. Motivation for business. How about I put it that way? Anybody in here? Nope, nobody in here. Nobody's in here. 'Cause I have no friends. Just like in real life. The loneliness doesn't end. No, it wasn't the Mulligan Brothers. It wasn't. Was it Be Inspired? Entrepreneur 100 motivational quotes. Winner mindset. Les Brown. This is how successful people manage their time. Inspiration and motivation for business. No, that wasn't it. No, it was a different. It was a different thumbnail. I'm going to type in 1981 and see if that pops in. Because I think that's what he said it was from. Success is earned. How successful people think. Self-made man. Cure for laziness. Yep. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Let's see. Purchases, watch later, history. I'm pretty sure I cleared my history a long time ago. But I'm going to go way back in time. Go back. This is like 2 weeks ago. Oh, search watch history. I didn't know that was a thing. You can go to your watch history and type in a word. That's awesome. If I didn't delete it, it should be in here. Business. Okay, awesome. Some stuff popped up. I got a lot of Erica Williams in here. Black Excellence Excellist. My teenage keys, Spark Wisdom. I got Aaron on Demand. Um, Buffer. Nope. And Black Men's Career. Oh no. I thought it had it in here. Vivian Olo, Sparkle Marie, Anna Dahl, Refinery 29, and Zachary Cassette. Okay, so get rid of the keyword business, and how about motivation? Motivation. Why Do We Fall by Mateus M. and Red Frost Motivation. No, I must have gotten rid of it. Yeah, I must have cleared my history already. Yep, still by myself, so I'm gonna take some time to look this up. I wonder, while I'm on a live stream, I don't have any tabs on here. So I'm just wondering, like, hmm. Hey, I'm at 19 subscribers. That's awesome. It was like 13 at the start of the week. So I gained 6 subscribers this week. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. Thank you. That is so cool. Yay! That makes me happy. That makes me so happy. Watch later. Stuff to watch later. Is it on my watch later list? No, I got a lot of new subscribed people that I want to catch up on. So they're in my watch later list. It's not in my history. My liked videos. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a huge list. Okay. But if I go through this, I should be able to see. Most of these are the new people I just started watching. So I know it's not in this group. Oh, hello, hello. I got somebody in the room. I'm not alone anymore. Screw 92 530.com. Hello. Thank you so much. Hey, and thank you for hitting the like button. Um, right at this very moment, I'm looking up a motivational speaker to kind of hit on one of the points that I was talking about. This particular live stream is talking about depression in general, business in general, and self-care in general, but they do all kind of go together. And I have lived with depression for a very long time. I'm out of a lot of the dark stuff that I used to go through. I'm trying to start a business right now. Let me stop saying trying to start. It's launched. I'm doing it. I'm running a very small business right now, and a lot of my old habits from depression is sometimes kind of conflicts with that. And so I'm talking about how important it is to do self-care for depression and how important it is to do self-care for business. Let me look that up. Please thumbs up the live as you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Thumbs up out. Thumbs up matters. Thumbs up matters. But yeah, so there's two particular videos. When I find them later on, I'll put them in the description. But that's all I'm doing right now. I'm looking on my laptop because there was one motivational speaker. It's actually an old one from the 80s. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do this streaming live thing, but here's the thing: I'm trying to find the best time to do it. I follow a lot of people on their live stream. Some of them are late night, which works out for me because I actually work nights. And then some of them do them early morning, which also works out because when I first get home, I can tune in and watch them while I'm settling down. But obviously, everybody's busy and out of the house on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. But that's okay because I wanted to get this out while it was on my mind. I was in the shower, which I wasn't about to do, just to catch you up. Depression makes people not want to take care of themselves. Things that are so obvious, things that are no brainers, things that just come naturally, like washing your face, brushing your teeth, putting on clean clothes, things that just come naturally to most people. When you deal with depression, sometimes they can be a challenge. I'll just leave it at that. I just go with the flow. I'm spontaneous. Yeah, spontaneous. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I know sometimes it can be really successful when you plan it, but again, I was in the shower and this was on my mind because just between you and me, don't tell nobody. Ha! I'm on a live stream. Just between you and me, don't tell nobody. there are times when I get up, and it has to do with depression, but it doesn't have to do with depression. It has to do with bad habits. I will get up, I know what I want to do, and I go do it, and I do it, and I get it done, and the day is successful, and the day is great. But wait a minute, let's back up. You didn't even take a shower. Oh, right. Like there are times that I still struggle with taking a shower. Full disclosure, full transparency. I put it out there for to be judged. Sometimes I still struggle with that because I think in my mind, I think in my mind, depression is one issue. Being a long time procrastinator is another issue. Both of those things run in my family. I have major procrastinators in my family, and I've got a couple folks that are living with depression, whether they want to accept it or not. And then self doubt is another thing. So those three layers: depression, being a procrastinator, self doubt. For me, sometimes if I don't jump on it and do it, it doesn't get done. Did you enjoy your nap, Tulip? See, I need to be more like a cat. Cats take a bath all the time. Yeah, we all go through our own stuff. Yep, yeah, we all go through our own stuff. But for me, I kind of feel like if I don't do this now, it won't get done. Or if I don't do this now, something else will come up. If I don't do this now, I won't feel like doing it later. Or if I don't do it now, I'll miss out on an opportunity. So I'm literally jumping out of bed, going through the front door, and go. And honestly, like I've embarrassed myself many times being out in public, especially being a woman. We need to be more aware and more self care than men. Anybody can be funky. Let me put it. Anybody can be funky. I go to work and I'm around people sometimes that I know. Ooh, they forgot to put on deodorant, or that's 2 day old smell. That's 3 day old smell. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Especially in the environment that I work in, being in that warehouse. I think some people just they come home, they throw their work clothes off, and then when they come back in, they pick up those same work clothes. I from the smell of it, I can tell. From the smell of it, so I know I'm not the only one. But my issue is, I get up and I want to go because, hey, don't do that. What are you doing? Um, my issue is, I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be deterred. I don't want to be. I don't want anything to get in the way of what I'm trying to do. So with my eBay stuff, when I do get a sale, it's very important to ship that stuff right away. Somebody has found your item, they have given you their money, you have an obligation to get it out right away. So I get on my email right away, I check my orders. I know I'm not alone. Talking to people that are, oh, you know what, these doggone chat messages, they come up for like 2 seconds and they go away. Get back up there. Oh, thank you. Some people don't know their own problem, and I was talking about that earlier. I have depression in my family. Most of them don't claim it, and they just push through it, which is kind of good because you're living, but living with depression without living your best quality of life, that's really not living either. Um, so yeah, I'm pushing through. I get up. I make sure I check my emails right away. I look for my orders. I go pull the orders. I make sure the stuff goes out straight away so that people can get their packages on time. Okay, so I'm like, yay, I'm being productive. I'm being responsible. Then I get on my emails and I check my stuff and I'm doing this and that and I'm paying bills. Yay, I'm being productive. And now I'm doing different stuff around the house. And yeah, I'm being productive, but I'm still not taking care of myself. That's not good. That's not good. You mean eBay or Ebates? eBay. I sell on eBay. So this channel basically is talking about me starting my own business aside from eBay. I've been selling on eBay for 9 months now, since last year. And I have a little eBay store. Yeah, thank you very much. And it's fun. It makes a little bit of money. You can make. What are you doing, Tulip? See, now that's not cool. She's in eBay stuff right now. It's packaged up. They're all in plastic, but still, she's not supposed to be in there. You know what? I don't want you to get any ideas. Because you know cats, they like to scratch sometimes. Or sometimes. Oh, they like to scratch. Hey. Get out of those baby clothes. Yeah, they're all in packages, but I don't want any cat smell on my stuff. Okay, you're on your own, kid. Get out of here. Go play nice with everybody. I had to put her in timeout because she was fighting with one of my other cats. But yeah, my eBay sales are pretty consistent. Oh, that's what I was saying. There are people that I follow on YouTube. They quit their jobs and they make a full-time living on eBay. They either go to the Goodwill bins, or they go to thrift stores, or they go to garage sales, and they get things really, really cheap, and they can flip it for a profit, obviously. Oh, I'm out of breath now. Give me a second. Ooh, just that little bit of running over there got me out of breath. Or they go to estate sales, which are really, really great places. I'll make some eBay related information one day. Let's see, something popped up. Or they go to estate sales where, what's my website? Okay. Oh, you got a website too? Okay, so well, if you don't want to leave your website here, I guess you can leave it in the comment section. But one of my websites that I've got popped up, first of all, even though it's on vacation, my eBay store name is MLK Goodies. The letter M, the letter L, the letter K for Kenya. That's my first name. Goodies. I think you can look it up by store ID. And I do like eBay, but the fees that they charge, plus I'm just not making a lot of money like a lot of people that I follow. I'm not making a whole lot of money, so I want to do my own websites. And then my websites that I'm working on, one is called Sleep Goodies. One word, sleep, like sleep and goodies, just like my goodie store for the other one. And the other one is Soak, Wash, Rinse, which is bath bombs. I've got just 2 packages on there. I've got a very small amount of inventory on both of them. But I just really wanted to break out of eBay because I don't have the knack. Like I was saying, some people their full-time income is eBay. Can you type them? Oh, yes I will. I can't type them on the I'm recording from my tablet that's up on the shelf. But let me log in since I can't find these 2 motivational speakers I was talking about. Let me log in on here, and I will definitely leave those to you. And I appreciate you with your interest. So go ahead, check those out. I got a small amount of inventory because unlike my eBay store, most of my eBay store is either freebies that I've gotten from Craigslist, donated items, or very low cost items that I'm flipping for a profit. But this stuff on my site, man, it's expensive just to get started. I'm gonna have to mute myself because that is kind of weird. Mute? Do I mute? Okay. So this is my website. This is my name. Oops. See if I can do it. This is my eBay name. If you go to eBay, you can look at my store. You can't buy anything right now because I had a garage sale over the weekend, and a lot of what was in there for sale was also on eBay. So I didn't want to sell something in the store and then have something sell it on buy it online and have a conflict. So my store is actually on vacation until I go through and make sure, okay, this has been sold, that's still here, that's been sold. So that's on vacation. But this one here is my actual freshly launched website. And I work midnights. I've been working midnights for almost 20 years. So sleeping in the daytime is something that I've learned how to do and cope with. And that's why I developed this particular website, because from one day sleeper to the next, or from one person that sleeps in the daytime or to the next, I know how difficult it can be to get decent sleep in the daytime when everybody else is running around and being active and playing music and coming in and out of the house and bumping their stereos down the street. I'm like, come on, people, not everybody is awake right now. So anyways, that particular website is geared towards getting better sleep through different products. I have earplugs, I've got sleep masks, I've got some pillow spray, I've got a buckwheat pillow to regulate the coolness around your head. I've got 2 or 3 other things. If you see on there that it's out of stock, it's because I'm still waiting for it from the supplier, and I have it on the way. But so I want to show people that it's available, that it's something that I will be carrying, but it's just not available right now. And I don't want to sell anything um, that's not able to be sent out. And then here's my other one, soakwashrinse.com. So coming home from a long night of work, oops, didn't type that right. After coming home from a long night of work, you take a hot shower, you take a nice hot bath, you relax, and then you chill or go to sleep. And again, that's something that I feel like everybody, if you want to be successful in a business, you need to focus on something you're either passionate about or something that you know about or something that you use. And these are things that I use. So those are my websites. Have you ever tried Alibaba? Yes, I have tried Alibaba in a previous attempt to sell online. I got a couple small cheapy things. I never let that take off. I've never let that take off. With this one, I'm trying my best, and it is so hard. I'm trying my very best to get as many of my products from the United States. One, it's hard to find people. I mean, like Alibaba puts himself out there. Not him, not the founder, but Alibaba puts itself out there. They make it very easy to shop. They make it very easy to go through and find different manufacturers. It's not as easy to find U.S. manufacturers, but when you do, of course, it's more expensive. I want to eventually have more than half, if not most, of my items USA brands, just personal reasons. Yeah, it's not easy, but I do. But here's the thing. So two of my items, two or three of my items, like if you look on the sleepgoodies.com, there's a little sleep tonic on there. That's actually a lady here in Texas. If I can get as many people from Texas as possible in on my thing, I feel a little personal pride and happy to do that because I'm supporting my local economy here in Texas. And if I can get the rest of the people just in the surrounding U.S., that would be awesome. But the sleep well and the passion flower elixir, those two tonics are actually made here in the state of Texas, in the United States. I didn't trust getting anything that would be consumed. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you want to put in your body or on your body or eat or drink. I definitely don't want to get that from China. I don't feel comfortable getting those types of things from a place that's not as regulated as the United States. So she's a natural herbalist. She actually has a website. If I can remember her name, I'll put that on there. So you can either get it from me or get it from her. Her name is Ginger Webb. I gotta look it up. But I probably shouldn't give all my information out there because I want to get the business. I mean, I want to support her too, but I want to get the business. But my point is, I want to get as many things as I possibly can from the United States, and so I'm still working on getting a lot of stuff in. So some of my stuff is out of stock. It just says that as a place marker because I want you to see what I'm selling, but it's not ready yet or it hasn't come in yet. But for the sleep mask, like my sleep mask, I my current let's see. Currently, I've got a small amount. No, I take that back. The company that I got my other products for, they said they were out of the sleep mask. The sleep mask I'll probably get from Alibaba because it's a small, cheap thing. It's not something that can hurt somebody, and I feel like you can't go wrong getting it something like that small and cheap. So yeah, I do have some. What am I trying to say? I have a small amount of products that I do want to get through Alibaba. That was the point. Okay, but yeah, getting back to the whole depression thing, I'm on the one hand, I'm being super productive. I'm getting out of bed. I'm working on my business. I'm going to work because I do have a full-time job. I'm going to work. I'm working on my business. I'm checking on my emails. I'm getting my eBay stuff out. I'm doing stuff. I'm going. But it's like, you need to go take a shower. Like, I'm 40 years old. I shouldn't have to have some, well, nobody's telling me that, but I shouldn't have to smell myself at the age of 40. And I have to remind myself very, very often, stop, take your breath, take your breather, take a pause for the cause. Yes, you need to get these eBay orders out. Yes, you need to work on making sure you don't miss anything in your emails. Because sometimes I don't check my email as often, and then 2 or 3 days have gone by, and somebody's like, "Hey, you didn't get back with me," and I'm like, "Oh crap, I gotta stay on this." Yes, you need to make sure you're checking on Fiverr to make sure your logo is being worked on and they get back to you. Yes, you need to go to the bank and set up that business account, or like yesterday. Yes, you need to go downtown and register your business name. Like there's all these things that have to be done, and I'm like so focused. I'm so focused and I'm so serious about this because I want this to take off that I'm forgetting about me. Like, my number one priority right now is the business, and it cannot be that way. Self care is a must. Um, the depression isn't depression. The depression is not the cause for it anymore. It might be some residuals in there, just because sometimes when you have bad habits, you have bad habits, and those are some habits that came through the depression. And sometimes I think I might use it as an excuse, like I'm too busy to put on something nice. I'm too busy to comb my hair, which I really am, because there's a lot of hair up under here. But again, I took a shower today. Hooray! Let's focus on the positive. I took a shower today. I was gonna go straight out to my office and work on some stuff, and I said nope. I took a about face, went into the shower, and got stuff done. Washed my hair, combed my hair, conditioned my hair, put a little scarf on it to lay it down so it's not puffing out everywhere, and put my hat on. I got a clean shirt on today, a clean new shirt. It's still gray. I'm still wearing my grays and my blues, but in either case, I wanna start to try to look a little bit nicer. So instead of a crew neck, a ragtag Dickies crew neck, I got on a nice little V neck with the little split side, so you can actually tell it's a blouse. And I mean, I do need a better bra. I really need a better bra, because I always got the double breasted look going on up here. But little changes that I can make for my self care are going to benefit me twofold. The more I take care of myself and the more effort I put into taking care of me, looking better, feeling better, being clean, being well groomed. I clipped my nails yesterday, so that's one good thing. Clipped nails are always look nice. I'm not a fake nails person. I think they look great on other people, but they're just not for me. So to me, this is a good look. This is a good look for me. I love that. I can grow my nails out pretty well. My mom has really long nails, so to me, that's a good look. Nice, short, clip, clean, just ready to go. I clipped my nails. I actually put lotion on my skin today, which is a really, really, really bad habit of mine. I'm always walking around ashy. I'm always walking around ashy. My coworkers tease me all the time. So I showered, I put on lotion, my nails are clipped, my face is washed. I gotta go brush my teeth. I was in the shower. I usually brush my teeth in the shower, but I didn't see my toothbrush in there. I washed my face. I combed my hair. I groomed it. Put conditioner in it. I need to trim up the edges back here a little bit just to have a little bit more polished look. I have on a nice V-neck shirt that is clean and new. I do have on work pants, my Dickies work pants, and other than that, I'm good to go. But the more that I focus on myself, the more that I care for myself, the more I'm going to keep the depression at bay. That's the point I was trying to pull up with the video that I can't find, the motivational speaker. Hold on, let me see. I'm telling you, these little things pop up. Have you ever done Amazon FBA? I have not. I've watched plenty of videos about it, but that's there's different ways to do it. There's different ways to do it, but I'm not interested in that one. I wanna, because with that you do have to pay storage fees as well if your items don't sell like that. And I'm not really good with picking hot popular items. Oh, thank you. I will not give up on my dreams. I'm so focused right now. Yeah, Amazon FBA. I watch a lot of YouTubers that yeah, I watch a lot of YouTubers that have had great success with it. Some of the YouTubers that I've got saved and subscribed to, they are either very successful eBay people or they're very successful FBA people. And when I compare back and forth, I lean toward the eBay. Yeah, the fees can eat you up. So comparatively speaking, for your website, and I don't see your website on here. You asked me about mine. I'm gonna go check you out too. You know that if you have your own website, you can get different plans, the cheap ones. The more you pay, the more amenities that they have, the more support, customer support. So it's a lot cheaper for your own website, but you have to be more hands-on. So like right now, one of my websites, well, the Shopify one is what, $30 a month That's the same price as the eBay store. I don't know what it is for Amazon FBA, but pay $30 a month to eBay, where you get a certain amount of free listings plus, is it 25 cents per listing after that? So you get 250 free listings, and then you get and so in 250 free auctions, and then after that you're paying so many cents on the dollar for it. But then you pay the final value fee. So you've got the subscription, you've got the listing fee, you've got the final value fee, and then depending on whether or not you do free shipping or not shipping, or you include the shipping, you're paying for the shipping label. Then you got your PayPal fees for PayPal processing it. Hello, hey Miss Brianna. Not Brianna. Hold on. I watched your video, Brene. I caught up on some of your older videos when you did a celebration on your getting so many subscribers, and you said Brene. I'm so sorry. I've been reading it a certain way for the longest, so I misspoke. But hey, I'm just talking about business, depression, and self care. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. I just woke up not too long ago. So I got to catch up. I saw you doing some live streams. I got to catch up on yours as soon as I finish this. But I had some stuff on my mind about depression and how I've lived with it, and self care and business, and how they all kind of tie in, and what me and, make sure I say your name right, me and Screw92.com, some other numbers in there, we were just talking about eBay and business and things like that. And to let you in on a little secret, don't judge me, but I've already said it. So if you watch any of the replay in the on the live stream, I have not struggled with any depression issues lately. Thank you. A lot of my depression issues are behind me, but a lot of the old habits that came along with that kind of creep in. And what I was saying a minute ago is, now that I'm focused on getting this business up, like I've had the eBay thing going on for quite a while now, and I've kind of got a mental routine, get up or come straight home, check on your eBay orders, check your emails, go pull the inventory, wrap it up, get the label, ship it out to the post office, because I want my people to get their stuff ASAP. So I've got that. Now I'm working on the business, and I'm like, get the business going, work on your logo, get on Fiverr, check your email, get work on your website, and get that going. And I'm working on so much stuff. Weighing my options, choose the affiliate, and I've tried affiliate marketing. I failed miserably. On affiliate marketing because I didn't know what I was doing. So I jumped in. I didn't lose any money, but I just didn't do well. So I'm going to try that option again. And actually, now that I have my websites up, I'll try that. But I'm so focused on this business. As soon as I get home, I'm working on the business. As soon as I wake up, I'm working on the business. As soon as I get back, as soon as I'm out and about, I'm working on the business. I go. And again, sometimes I have to stop because I'm like, I haven't even taken a shower. When's the last time I took a shower? Like, that's bad. When you have to ask yourself, when is the last time I took a shower? Like, I'm 40. I'm a woman. I'm a young lady. Those are not questions that you need to be asking yourself. But a lot of those same habits and issues that I was having when I was depressed, and earlier in the live stream I was talking about depression takes so many different forms. With some people, depression will make you, hard work pays off. Yes, it does. With depression, some people can't even get out of bed. They sleep all the time. They don't want to eat. They don't want to talk to people. They don't want to do anything. And then with other people with depression, which I think has been some of my issues for a while, they eat all the time. That's all they do is they eat. They eat their emotions. They eat their problems. They eat to keep from feeling. Some people, you wouldn't even know they have depression because they put on the mask and they behave in a way that you cannot tell. Yes, it does. It affects people differently. So, some of my behaviors I think are just leftover from depression, which means I'm just not focusing on myself. I struggle with some self-esteem issues, which I talked about in another video. Advice I would give to my younger self. I've come a long way, but some of the residuals still make me have some bad habits. So on the one hand, yay, I'm being productive. I'm getting it done. Yesterday I got a whole bunch of stuff done, but oh yes, no problem. I don't mind sharing. My problem is I have to make sure I don't overshare. I'm actually a very uh, private person. Like this is the most open I've been. I don't talk to my coworkers at all. Half of them are just really negative, not really understanding, and they will go run and tell in a second. You guys can run and tell, but who are you gonna tell? Hey, you know what? The benefit if y'all run and tell, I'll get more subscribers. So that's beneficial for me. But these jokers at work, that's not beneficial at all. I don't have friends at work that I can actually confide in and talk to and be able to bounce my feelings off of and find some sense of camaraderie. So I don't talk to them. They don't even know. As far as they know, I'm just this bubbly person that's friendly and whatever. And but I keep a lot of stuff to myself. But I have a lot of leftover depression issues, habits, a lot of leftover habits that I have to make sure I keep on top of because oh yes it is. Yes it is. YouTube can be a great outlet. This has been more of a community than I have found my whole time in Texas. I've been in Texas for 15 years. I don't have any family down here except for my two kids. That's probably why I have so many cats because that's my family. Those are my friends. The great thing about pets is you can tell them your problems and they won't run and tell anybody else. They're comforting. They're support animals. They sense your emotional needs sometimes. Like the 2 years that I had dogs, I don't have dogs anymore, but the 2 years I had dogs, dogs can look at you and tell, wow, that person needs a hug, and they'll come up and they'll sit by you, lay by you, sniff you, and animals are just very empathetic, and that's so cool. Yeah, me and my cats, those are my friends. My cats are my friends. That might sound weird, but my cats are my friends. When I hold them, I'm going to get off topic a little bit, but not really, because talking about depression and animals can be emotional emotional support. You can actually certify your dog to be an emotional support animal. Did you know that? I didn't know that. When I had dogs, um, I was looking up a lot of stuff for dogs, but animals can be certified as emotional support. So if you have like really bad anxiety issues or phobia issues or depression issues, but you know that your little doggy or your little cat or whatever, if you can train them not to like go run away or whatever. Oh, you didn't know that? I didn't know that. Matter of fact, the signs that you see on some stores and restaurants, they say no dogs allowed unless they're certified service animals or service dogs or something like that. If your animal is certifiable and you have gone through the process to show, hey, I'm dealing with this mental health issue. This is my medication. This is my support. This is my emotional support. You can take your animal wherever you need to go. But that was an aside from my aside. My first off track thought was when I hold my cats, it's like don't judge. It's like holding a baby. Think about it. They're the same size, pretty much as a baby, right? They're warm. You can feel their soft little bodies, just that small innocence and vulnerability, and then they start to purr, and then you can hear it, and you can feel it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like holding a little baby. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's like holding a little baby. So when I pick up my cat, I feel the stress leave. Whether I'm dealing with my hard headed kids, they get on my nerves sometimes. Whether I've had a bad day at work, whether it's been I'm stuck in traffic and people are cutting me off and flipping me off. And ooh, if you've ever driven in Texas, it is rough out there. I come home, I'm stressed out, I'm like, oh, and then they come up to me and they meow meow meow, they like rub up against your leg or whatever, and I pick them up, and it feels just like when my kids were a baby. I'm gonna get emotional. This is so weird. If you have a kid, and when your kids are grown, they get on your nerves. They got all the stuff going on. It's life. It's the life of a parent. But when they're little babies, you know, they're little babies, and you just hold them, and you're looking at them, and you're looking into their eyes and the innocence and all that, and it's just like it's just a really beautiful feeling. It's like, oh my gosh, don't grow up, don't ever grow up. And I actually said that to my daughter for like the first 3 or 4 years, just seeing that innocence in her and just the beauty of little kids and little babies. Like, don't ever grow up, don't ever grow up. Because that sense of love, man, it's premium, right? It is premium. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once kids grow up and think their own thoughts and do their own things and stop. trusting you and believing you as a parent, and then they got their own mind and trying to be grown. It's like, oh man. Anyways, the point is, when I hold my cats and I'm looking down at them, I know my cats are probably looking like, lady, put me down. You pick me up too much. But when I hold them, it's that same sensation, that same feeling of innocence, love, unconditional love, and just that I don't know. And then they start to purr, and then that's kind of that's like relieving, soothing. It's soothing for them, but it's soothing for you too. If you hold them and it's just like purr. And something else, I looked this up. Let me look this up real quick so you guys will know that it's true. Purr. Man, I hate the fact that my daughter messed up my laptop. Purring cat health benefits. You can look it up if I don't find the right thing that I'm looking for. Okay. Purring cat benefits. Uh Bone health. The rumbling, purring that a cat makes generates between 25 and 50 hertz, which are healing. It can be healing to your soft tissues, it can be healing to broken bones, and obviously it can be healing for mental health. So the actual purring sensation of cats when you're holding them, hold them on your lap, or just stroking them and they're up against you, that radiance from them, that audio sound. I'm trying to say audio. The sound that they make and the purring actually has healing capabilities. So that's it. That's me and my cats. That's all I need right now. It would be nice to have a boyfriend. I don't have one right now, but it would be nice to have that type of love. I miss the type of unconditional love from my little kids when they were little, and it's like, mommy, I love you, I love you. Now they're grown, they're doing their own thing. I know they still love me. I love them too. But it's something pure about the love from animals. And I think that's the point I was trying to get to, the purity of animals from love. So yeah, those are my cats. Those are my friends right now. That's my stress relief, my emotional support, and those are my little fuzzy butt friends. Those are my little fuzzy butt friends. Okay. Wow, that was awkward. That was not supposed to go in the direction that it went into. But anyway, self care. Self care is important. Self care helps keep the depression away. When you're going through that moment of depression where you don't want to take care of yourself, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to take a shower, the very act of getting out of bed can help alleviate the depression. The very act of taking a shower. I'm telling y'all, if you've never been to that level of depression, the thought of taking a shower is like, you want me to climb Mount Fuji? Really? Man, that's going to take forever. The thought of getting up and putting on clean clothes is a huge effort. The thought of walking up and down the street or walking around the block, it's like, no, not going to happen today. But those are the very things that actually help depression. Getting out of bed, moving around, it helps shake off some of the depression. Taking a shower, whether it's a cold shower to stimulate you or a warm shower to um, relieve your muscles, actually helps on the depression. Oh, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I got like two things plus my thing. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up on yours. I didn't get a chance to see you. I actually ended up calling off work last night. I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. So normally when I watch a lot of your lives, especially your late night ones, I'm up. But shh, a sister had to shut it down last night, so I had to catch up on yours. But yeah, the very things that will help your depression are the very things that are hard to do. Putting on clean clothes can be difficult when you're going through depression. I've gone through spells where I've worn the same thing for days, and I'm smelling myself. But because I'm so isolated, because I don't go around a lot of people. Even when I'm at work, I'm pretty much to myself. Luckily, I'm not offending too many people, but I've embarrassed myself. I have embarrassed myself being so super productive. Like, I'll wake up and I'll get stuff done, and I'm going, da. And then, sometimes you have to stand close to somebody to do something, you're whatever. And it's like that aroma comes up. That aroma comes up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, do they smell that? Oh, I hope they don't smell that. Please don't let them smell that. And then I'm kicking myself like, why did you even leave the house like that? You know good and well. You're a 40-year-old woman. You tell your kids to take a shower all the time. Why didn't you take a shower before you left the house? And then the other part of me is, well, I didn't want to take the time. I didn't want to get distracted. I didn't want to, da da da. No. Self care. Self care has to be number one. Right now, my business is such a priority and such a focus. I have to remember I have to be a priority. I have to be a focus. And that goes back into the business video. I cannot find it. I don't know where it's at. It should be in my playlist, but it's not. But I watch a lot of motivational speakers, especially as it pertains to business and just, living your best life. And this guy was talking about, if you want a better business, you need to have a better you. I bet if you want to succeed in business, there's only one thing you need to do: work on being the best you. Work on your handshake. Work on your appearance. Work on your presentation. Work on if you and I used to think that was such a selfish thing. Like there are so many people that's all about me, 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 me. And did you? Yeah, I watched yours. If you've done more than one, I have to catch up. But I watched one of yours where you were, I think it was one of your drive time, not drive time, but drive with me videos. So I think I might have watched one and I commented on that one. But if you got another one, I'll watch that one too. Um, Yep, yeah, that's the one I watched. That's the one, Drive With Me. I did watch that one. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah. It is so important for us to talk about it, especially in certain communities where it's kind of taboo that we don't do that. We don't have depression. We don't go, yeah, everybody goes to depression. So it needs to be talked about. It needs to be put out there because the squeaky wheel is the wheel that gets the oil, right? The hungry mouths, what they say, quiet mouths don't get fed. You're not gonna get help if you don't speak up. If you just keep it to yourself and keep just did you right. If you don't talk about it, it won't get you won't get the help if you don't ask for it. And there have been plenty of times where I know, especially in my darkest moments when I was at work, there were times when I was crying at work. And I know people saw me. I know people saw me. There have been times when I came in, face all tore up. I got my hat on. I got my hoodie on. Let's just pretend this is my hoodie. I got my hat on. I got my hoodie on. Because here's another thing. I work in an environment where you don't have to dress up. You don't have to use a lot of people skills. You go in, you do your job, you leave. So I didn't have to interact with a lot of people. So I'm coming into work like this. I'm literally, imagine this is a hoodie. I'm coming in, I got my face covered up because I don't want to see anybody. I don't want anybody to see me. The eyes are the windows to the soul, right? So I don't want my soul to be seen right now. And I'm coming in and I'm working and I'm doing my job and I got my face down. Every once in a while, people will be like, "What's wrong? Smile," which is a pet peeve of mine. Because don't tell me to smile. Why don't you come and sit and talk with me and see with me? See why I'm not smiling. Be a friend. But people just like, "What's wrong with you? Smile. It ain't that bad. Smile." I be all covered up, and I just be in my own little depression bubble of depression. And sometimes my face would be, where you could see it, and people would see me crying, but they wouldn't reach out to me for help. I mean, to help me. They wouldn't reach out and say, "What's going on? You've been looking kind of down lately. Is everything okay?" People would not say anything. I don't know if they were afraid of, getting in my personal space or whatnot, but they weren't making an effort to ask me if I needed help. So it's up to you. It's up to us. If you're going through something, you have to be the one to say, "I need some help." Go to your employee assistance program, your EAP, if you have that at work. Go to your counselor. What do they have around here? In Texas, they got MMHR, which is MHMR, mental health something resources. Anyways, they have low cost and they have free help. You have to put it on yourself to reach out for help because people got their own things going on and they will not reach out to you. Sometimes you have friends that will help you out, but there have been plenty of times where I knew I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all. And people at work, bosses included, they didn't try to help me out. Hey, Tess Crystal, I caught up on some of your stuff yesterday. Your video scared me. One of them scared the mess out of me. I was like, what is this? You got some very, very creative stuff up on there. Yeah, you scared me. And who else did I just see? Thank you. I could have swore I just saw. Yes, Miss Jamaica girl. She was the first one to clock in. So, yep. I got nerves issues. It's funny, but yeah, I watched one of the videos. I was like, what the? But the other videos were very, very entertaining. I like those. So keep that up. I'll rung your bell. So when you put something else out, I'll be checking you out. Um, yes, depression. If you have it, talk about it. In a nutshell, if you have it, talk about it. Not with everybody. Let me disclaimer. Everybody does not need to know your business because everybody does not have your well-being in mind. There are some people that will run and tell, which is why I don't talk to a lot of my coworkers. There are people that will say the worst things. If you don't know about depression, don't give people advice. Don't give people advice. Tell them to go seek help because people will say the wrong thing like, just don't think about that. Think about all the poor people in the world. Think about all these homeless people. You got better off than them. That will not help somebody with depression. That will not help somebody with depression. You got a roof over your head. You got a good job. You got healthy kids. What's wrong? You shouldn't be depressed. That is not the advice to give people with depression. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. And the list goes on and on and on. So be careful who you talk to. Make sure the people that you're talking to, one, are people you can trust. Two, have a little bit more tact and a little bit more they're more understanding and they're people that will actually listen to you and not just come back with some quick little thing just to make you feel better. Oh, just don't think about it. It's all in your mind. Just don't think about it. So you do have to be careful who you talk to. Um, what else was I gonna say? Talking helps, but be careful who you talk to. Make sure it's somebody that you can trust. Make sure it's somebody who has your best interest in mind. We all have friends that are cool to hang with and cool to have fun with and overall fun people, but those are not the type of people that you want to confide in. But in general, overall, my point that I'm trying to make is if you have issues that you know you've been feeling a certain kind of way for a long, long time, you can talk to your clergy or your pastor, or you don't even have to go to have a church, a home church. Sometimes you can just walk into a church and then that anonymity of them not you knowing you and you not knowing them, sometimes that helps. But I'm just saying like a trusted figure, like maybe visit a church one weekend and you can stay after and say, hey, do you guys have a life group or what do they call them? Sometimes they call them life groups. But talk to somebody in a position that you know they have some kind of training where they will talk to you and kind of lead you in the right direction. But keeping it to yourself is no bueno. Keeping it to yourself is no bueno. Ignoring it is no bueno. Eating your problems, emotional eating is a real thing. It's no bueno because one, you're not dealing with the issue, and then you're gonna end up making another issue, which might be some health issues down the road. Um, I said it earlier in the video, whether you choose to take medication or not, it's up to you. It's up to you and your doctor. It's up to you and your beliefs. It's up to you and your family, whatever works for you. But yes, I try not to bottle everything up. If you don't feel comfortable talking to people, writing it down in a journal does wonders. If you think somebody's going to read it, write it down and burn it. Write it down and tear it up and throw it away. Write it down and shred it. But getting it out of your system, if you cannot talk to somebody, writing it down helps tremendously. I actually have some older journals that I do have, and it's weird, not weird, but it's different to go back at stuff that I wrote months ago or years ago or decades ago just to see where I was at, and it puts things into perspective. Sometimes I might still feel the same way. Yeah, don't bottle. Don't bottle. But here's the thing. It's funny. Family is cool, but sometimes in certain communities, talking to your family can be worse than it can be bad. Because if your family, like I got old school parents, me and my kids are the youngest, but the rest are like old heads, and they have a whole different way of thinking about mental health and depression and the things that they came up with back in the day. Yes, yeah, exactly. When you release it, you shake that pop. You shake that pop bottle up. What's gonna happen when you open it up? Bam! Now it's everywhere. It's not good. Or you keep blowing up that balloon. Yeah, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Boom. But Yeah, I got a lot of older people in my family that, one, they just don't acknowledge that depression is a thing, or two, it's not something that we as a people deal with, because think of Martin Luther King and think of the civil rights movement and think of all the stuff we've been through. We've been through worse. Comparatively speaking, yeah, those were some shitty times. Oops, excuse my French. Uh, I sorry about that. But comparatively speaking, yes, certain groups of people have gone through some really tough times, but that has nothing to do with my depression. My depression is my depression. What I'm going through is what I'm going through. And for you to bring up all this long decades and decades of struggle, that's not making me feel better. It's dismissing what I just told you. You're basically telling me you didn't live through the struggle. You have nothing to worry about. Stop being depressed. It's like a lot of the older people that I deal with, that's their mindset. Like, girl, back when I was there, we didn't have depression. Da, da, da. So talking to family sometimes cannot be helpful. That's why I say, if you do choose to talk to somebody that, one, is going to be understanding, two, they're going to be confidential, three, they're actually going to sit and listen to you and try to understand where you're coming from. Yep, 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 yep. Black culture, yes, can be dangerous as far as accepting and dealing with mental health. But but it's still helpful to talk about it. Talk about it. Find a community like this. Find another online community. Write it down. They actually have nowadays they got online counselors. Like if you can't afford a counselor outside of here, if you've got insurance, check with your insurance. Some insurance plans actually have like a handful of freebie sessions, not all, not like a long session after session after session, but you can get like one or two or three free sessions depending on your insurance and take advantage of that. Like my particular insurance, we get 12 free sessions a year. So that's like an hour long session a month, or you can spread it out into 2 half hours in a month or whatever. But it's 12 free sessions. That's a huge benefit that a lot of people do not take advantage of. Don't take advantage of. If you don't have it on your insurance, there are low cost options, like I was talking about MHMR here in Fort Worth, well, in Texas in general, the mental health, mental resource, I think that's what it is, mental health, mental resource, something like that. And they have low cost or free counselors just to be able to talk to somebody. Getting that stuff off your mind, it helps. Because if you bottle it up, it's just gonna, one, it's gonna build up, and two, you can make yourself sick. You can literally make yourself sick. They say cortisol is responsible for. Really? I didn't know that. But that makes sense. That live streams have saved people's lives. You know what? I would have never thought of it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That sense of community and that sense of just having somebody understand, that makes sense. That's cool. I'm gonna have to live streams, following people's live streams. That's a new concept to me. I just started doing it. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I just started following people's live streams, and it's you know what? It's fun for me. On the flip side of that, it's fun for me because some of the reasons that I don't have friends, and that's a whole nother video. I hadn't even talked about that before, but I have no friends. I have no friends. I'm not saying, people say, I ain't got no friends, and then you got people you can talk to on the phone. I have no friends. None. Since I came to the state of Texas 15 years ago, it's been very, very difficult for me to connect with people. And so I have no friends. That's why I have cats. That's why I have my kids. It's okay. It's okay. But being on a live stream for me kind of feels like having friends. Being on a live stream feels like having friends, because if you get in the right live stream and you got the right dynamics in there, and well, one, if you have subscribed to somebody, it's because something in that person, you're connecting with them, whether their personality or their subject matter that they're talking about. Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm your friend. Thank you. Everybody needs friends. But okay, outside of this medium, I really don't have any friends. My kids, they know. The one or two times that I have talked to somebody on the phone, they're like, Mom, Who's that? Who you talking to on the phone? You got a friend? It's like, no, I'm making a doctor's appointment. You're like, oh, like it's a thing. It's a real thing. I don't know. I don't know. But my point is, when you have subscribed to somebody that just like, oh, this is a cool channel, there's something about that person or that topic or whatever that they're doing you connect with, right? So I've subscribed to a couple people. I've joined in on some live streams. Oh, thank you. Don't make me cry again. I ain't gonna cry again. I already talked about my cat. My cats and my friends and my little babies. I relive my children's childhood through them, and I get comfort. I was crying about that. But when I get on these live streams, I don't know, it makes me feel what do you call it? Community. Duh. There is a sense of community when you're getting on these live streams and talking to people and hearing about what they're talking about, and the person is talking about something that you felt but you didn't think anybody else felt that way, or going through something, or like let me see, Miss Brene, you were talking about, was it yesterday morning that some stupid idiot dum dum messed up your tires? Crap like that. That's nice to get that off your chest. And I haven't had that happen, but I've had other stuff happen. It's kind of like just that sense of, yeah, me too. Yeah, some stupid crap has happened to me too. It's nice. It's nice to be able to talk to people. What? Arlington? No way. I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna check you out. Now my paranoia is coming in. Ooh, somebody close by knows me, knows where I am. No, I'm just kidding. I have to be careful about what I say because my particular channel is talking about business and how I want to have my own business. And I really, 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 really want to quit my job, even though it has provided for me and my family for almost 20 years. So I want to make sure that I don't say anything or do anything on this platform that will jeopardize the job. Even though I want to walk away from it, I want to walk away when I'm ready. Yeah, always be careful. I tell my kids that all the time. Make sure, be careful of what you put out there. You don't want to put, your personal information out there. You don't want to put your age. Like with my daughter, she's 12. I tell her all the time, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Looking over her shoulder. Who are you talking to? Because she plays the Minecraft. I guess you can do Minecraft live. I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff, but I have to because I have to make sure she's being safe. I tell her, don't put your real name on there. Don't put your real age on there. Don't talk about some of the stuff that we have around here that's distinctive to where you live, because it could be a stalker, it could be a pedo. I tell her all the time, be careful. But in my situation, I have to be careful because I really, 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 I want to be one of these YouTubers that I follow, especially the eBay people. They're like, I quit my job and I make a full-time living off of eBay, or I quit my job and I make twice as much what I made doing FBA, or I quit my job and now I sell this online. I'm like, how do people do this? Hold on, I got some chats that popped up. When did I put this on? I don't even remember putting this on, but it feels comfy. Um, ah, thank you, thank you. Okay, hold on. This little chat bubble fades away too fast. I'm a business person too. Don't take it wrong. That's why I listen. What? Oh, I did not know that. Oh, don't study me. No, just kidding. Study me. Study me all the wrong things that I do. Whatever I do that's wrong, don't do that. And then when I'm successful, I'll make sure. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look through these chats again just so I can make sure I get the full understanding, because they pop up for 2 seconds and they go away. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna put it up there because I'm gonna be like, when I'm documenting my journey. Okay, got you. When I'm documenting my journey, I want to document like the people that I watch. I was so inspired by a lot of the eBay people. I'm gonna just throw it out there real quick. If y'all get a chance, check out a channel called Scavenger Life. Even if you don't like eBay, even if you don't like, even if you're not doing your own business, Scavenger Life has changed my entire mindset of how you can live. These folks, they straight up live off of their eBay. They have purchased a home off of their eBay profits. They're running another business. They do like Airbnb based off of the money that they've made from eBay. They quit their jobs in tech. I think they do digital something or other. They do it sometimes as a freelance, but their whole life, their whole income, their prosperity is based off of eBay. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. I want to walk away from this environment that I'm in. One, it's breaking my body down. I'm 40 years old. But sometimes I feel like I'm a lot older because the work is so it's so physical. And then two, the environment is not very conducive to appreciating one's employees. Um, we're just bodies. We're just bodies doing work, and over time, robots are taking over some of those positions, which makes us less valuable. Over time, some of the newer people coming in are not getting the same amount of pay. I'm really trying to be careful how I say this because I don't want this to come back and bite me. So we have people in these same positions doing this backbreaking work that's not getting paid the same as everyone else. So there's that conflict of same work, different pay, and that's not cool. And then it's the environment where it's just warehouse type environments because because a lot let me I'm trying to be so careful. A lot of people in the environments that I have worked in this field, they're not all highly educated. They don't all have high aspirations. They have a very it's like high school. I think that's the cleanest way I can put it. The work environment that I'm in, it's like high school. It's a lot of pettiness. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of they don't want better in their lives, and they don't talk about a lot of different things like doing just aspiring to be better. It's just that's not a thing. That's not a thing in my environment. Yeah. Um, we get paid what we get paid. We get the benefits we get, and why think beyond that? Why want more? Why do you want more? Why do you even want to put more on your plate? Just be happy with what you have. So it's a very unmotivating environment that I work in, and it's me. I like to think. I'm a dreamer. I'm a thinker. I'm a creator. My mind is just always on what if that would be cool. And I've been told many times by my coworkers, like, "What are you talking about? Girl, you crazy? Oh, that's weird." Or like, "You different." And they don't say it coming from a place of, "Wow, I admire you. I appreciate you. That's different. I never thought about that." And then we have stimulating conversation. It's like the environment that we're in is just like work, come to work, leave. That's it. Oh, there's overtime. Work, make more money. Work. Like that's it. There's nothing beyond that, and that's cool if you just want to make money. That's okay, and maybe they've got other stuff going on outside. But I just want more. So I want more. I want to do something different. I feel like this is another chapter in my life where I went through my 20s. Um, my 20s was raising my kids and just kind of having fun and doing whatever. My 30s was still working and raising my kids and wanting a house and just taking care of other things, trying to live life and find out what life is about. And then now in my 40s, it's like, dang, I've dedicated the past 2 decades of my life to this company, and I really don't have anything to show for it. Like it's not an environment where you can grow and be promoted and have different opportunities and travel and do all these different things. So I just want to be something different. I really want to be like Scavenger Life, where they up and quit their jobs. They live in a cabin in the woods. They've got an Airbnb that's bringing in extra money. They've got this other thing that they're working on. Um, they like bought a commercial building in their area that they're gonna fix up and do something with. I can't remember. I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up on that podcast. But that's gonna be an extra source of money. Plus, they're giving back to the community because if that thing takes off, it's kind of like it's gonna bring more business to the community, and it's gonna be cool. Then there's another guy that I watch. His name is Daily Refinement. He's an eBay guy, and that's all he does. He makes money off of eBay, and he went off starting from scratch to now he's got, what does he say he makes? If I could make 10,000 a week, I'd be happy. This dude makes like 10,000 a month. No, if I could make 10,000 a month, I'd be happy. This dude makes 10,000 a week, and plus he's doing other stuff, and it's just like they're scaling, and that's really what my inspiration is. So that's the point of this channel. The point of this channel is to document what I'm doing, the good, the bad, and the dumb. Like I made a lot of dumb mistakes when I was trying to do my affiliate marketing. I didn't know what I was doing. I just jumped into a lot of stuff. Um, I was putting a lot of Facebook ads out there and just basically throwing money down the drain because I didn't know how to use them properly. And what else? A lot of other things that I was using for promotional purposes that was really not benefiting me. So that was money down the drain. But this channel, if I succeed, I'm going to show you, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the proper way to do it. If I come up with some information like, hey, this is what you should be doing as a young business, like getting your DBA. Yesterday I went downtown and registered this channel for DBA. I just found that out. I never even thought about that. Watching Montina, aka Spark Wisdom, watch some of her videos. She's so many levels above me, but I still watch her because she's dropping pearls of wisdom. She's dropping gold bars. She's dropping a lot of really good information um, for business people that a lot of people are charging for. And when you're starting off with business, you don't know. I mean, unless you have a business degree or a business background. I don't have a business background, so a lot of the stuff I try to do, I'm like, I'm just jumping into it full force and trying to figure it out as I'm going along. This time around, I'm trying to pace myself and not spend as much money, but spend a lot more time doing more research, doing more reading, and making sure I take my time to do it right. And watch the videos. Um, Please, 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 if you know more than me, comment in the video. No, you shouldn't be registering for that first. You should register for this. Or no, don't use that app. Use this. It's a lot faster. Or don't spend your money on this ad. Do this. It's free. If I'm saying something wrong, please correct me. Please point me in the right direction. Let me know what I should be doing. This can be a community where we're helping each other. Because uh, I don't know what I'm doing. I know some stuff, but sometimes I feel like I know just enough to get myself in trouble. But in either case, that's what this channel is about. That's what this journey is about. Me documenting becoming an entrepreneur. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I never believed in myself before, but I know I can do it. I'm seeing too many people doing it. And I'm not talking about oh, I went viral and I blew up and now I'm making, 10 grand a day and da 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 da. I'm not talking about those people. I don't even know if that's real. It's fun to watch, but I don't want fly by night success. I want success that's going to be long term, in it for the long ride, or as Scavenger Life says, I don't want to make a quick nickel. I want to make a long. Is it a quick? I don't want to make a quick nickel. I want to make a long dime. Like I don't want to just make money like that. I want something sustainable that I know is going to grow and get better and be a foundation so that when I'm ready, I can leave something to my children. I'm ready to leave a legacy. And I want to be an example for my kids. Right now my kids don't believe in me. Like my kids, they're like, "Oh, mom, she's doing that eBay thing." Or mom, yeah, she's spending all this time online and making videos and doing this and that. But I'm like, y'all just watch me, just watch me. One day, years from now, maybe even decades from now, if you're not able to see what I've manifested, maybe my grandchildren will be able to see what I've manifested and be able to leave something for them. That's a goal of mine. That's a dream of mine. My number one goal and dream. I want to be able to walk away from what I'm doing currently. I don't say what it is, but I want to walk away from the environment I'm in, making the same amount that I'm making or more, and to be able to sustain myself, take care of myself, know that I can take care of myself and I don't depend on the job to do it for me. Having the freedom to come and go as I please, having the freedom to not have to worry if I can go to something with my children because I can't get a vacation day off, or maybe I'm just tired and don't want to go in. Just having some freedom. I want to be able to have. I want to be able to own my own time and do my own thing. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end this live stream. I've been at it for a while, and I didn't went all over the map now. But to summarize this, I'm getting tongue tied now. To summarize, this live stream was talking about the importance of self care as it pertains to your health. Your self care and taking care of yourself is very important to one's self esteem, one's confidence, and your overall health, especially when it's dealing with depression If you're dealing with depression, I always would highly recommend to seek professional help. It does not mean something's wrong with you. It means you acknowledge that there is an issue in your life and that you want to get the issue resolved. That's all it means. Seek professional help. Don't bottle it up. And when you start seeing yourself with different habits that are not good, like not getting out of bed, not showering, not brushing your teeth, not washing your face, not changing your clothes, not keeping your environment clean, and don't look at the junk in the background. That's something else. But you know what I mean. Just not caring enough to take care of yourself and your body. That's when you need to get some help because it can feed into itself. When you're not showering, you're not taking care of yourself, it makes you feel worse. It makes you feel worse. So sometimes we have to do those very things that's hard for us to do. Sometimes we have to do those very things that's hard for us to do that seems like it's a huge deal, but it actually helps the depression go away. um, Taking a walk, I know it's something I should be doing. Taking a walk, they say helps the depression, but when you're depressed you don't want to take a walk. Doing those types of things helps ease it away. Eating healthy, cooking is still something I struggle with. I never have time to do. I never feel like doing cooking healthy meals or eating healthy meals. If you can find someplace around that's not fast food, eating healthier will help the depression go away. And 100-year curse. What's the 100-year curse? You have to explain yourself. The 100-year curse. And then flipping that over to the business side, the more you take care of yourself and focus on yourself, uh, self-care is what I'm saying, the better your business will be. So that's pretty much the gist of it. That's the trifecta that I was talking about. Self-care is at the top. Self-care helps with depression. Self-care in taking care of yourself helps your business. I gotta find that guy. I'm gonna look him up, and when I look them up, I'm going to put those two links in the description. The Valuetainment video that I watched touched on it. Better business is going to naturally come from taking care of yourself. So that's one thing that I'm one of my biggest issues. I don't take care of myself a lot. I don't present myself in a way that's my best. I don't have the best presentation. Let me put it that way. I've been in my environment so long that I don't have to dress up, so I don't. Dealing with long-term depression, haven't always wanted to look my best, so I don't. But as it pertains to my business and moving forward, I know that my image, my first impression, and just the way I present myself is going to be so very important to making my business successful. So that's something that I really need to work on. And I'm going to just keep documenting it. So that ends this live stream. I'm starting to get a little as my ex used to say, mucho blah blah blah, and now it's time for agua agua. You know what I mean? Too much talking. Need to drink some water. That's pretty much what this is about. This video is about. Take care of yourself. Uh, work on your presentation. Be mindful and have some self awareness of how you present yourself. This video was really geared toward the people, really geared toward mental health and depression, people who live with depression. But as far as y'all business folks that watch, you probably already know this and probably already putting a lot of this to use. But that's something that I struggle with, and so that's what it was about. Self-care equals better sense of self and better business. All right, I'm gonna sign off, you guys. Go get me some food. I took a shower for the day. I'm clean. I'm fresh. I can do this all day and nobody's going to smell anything. I can sit down and don't have to worry about a woof of funk coming up. That's too much, right? That's TMI. I've done that before. I've literally done that before. I've gone without showering and went and sat down somewhere. And when I sat down, whew, I could smell something. That's not good. I've taken off a shirt before, not a shirt. I've taken off a jacket before, and that motion, I've done that before. Not good. No bueno. But today, I can do this all day. Okay, I'm being silly now, but I am fresh. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling good. My skin feels clean. I actually remembered to put on lotion, so I'm not ashy. My skin feels good. I feel good. Like James Brown said, I look good. feel good, I smell good. I'm gonna find a link. I'm gonna find that video too, and I'll put that in the description. But anyways, this has been Kenya with 40 Entrepreneur Drive. Thank you so much for everybody's participation. This made me feel really good. I'm definitely feeling this live stream thing. The sense of community is phenomenal. I appreciate it a lot. I thank you for your thumbs up. I thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys on the next round. While it's on my mind, I gotta remember. I gotta go look that up. Uh, Motivational videos. And I guess I do gotta go because that was my doorbell. All right, check you guys out later. Bye. Who is at my door? Uh oh.